Okay, so let's do a slightly more complicated example to see what's going on. Let's suppose that we have two people, Sam and Joe, who are living in a refugee camp after a hurricane. The Red Cross has given both Sam and Joe a basket of goods containing, among other things, 20 bottles of water and 20 granola bars. Okay, so Sam and Joe both have these two baskets of goods. Let's suppose that Sam is willing to trade from his initial basket up to 8 granola bars in order to get 10 water bottles. In other words, Sam would be indifferent between having 30 bottles of water and, what do we say, 12? Yeah, 12 granola bars. Right? Sam would be indifferent between having this basket up here or this basket down here. Okay? Joe, on the other hand, would be willing to trade 10 water bottles to get 4 granola bars. So in other words, Joe would be perfectly fine having 10 water bottles if it meant he could have 24 granola bars. Okay? And we'll call this one basket B. Okay? So in other words, Joe is completely indifferent between having 20 of both water and granola or having 10 waters and 24 granola bars. Now, in economics, indifference means exactly that. The two baskets of goods are of equal happiness to the people. Thus, there is no difference between these people, between these two baskets. Joe is perfectly happy with either of these two baskets. He is exactly as happy as he would be with either one of them. And Sam is exactly as happy with either of these two baskets, which I should call basket B. Sam is exactly as happy with either of these baskets as he would be with the other. Now, a newcomer arrives, and this newcomer has nothing. However, seeing Sam and Joe, the newcomer hatches an idea. And he goes to Sam and he says, hey, if you'll give me 7 granola bars, I'll give you 10 water bottles. Sam would accept this trade because he's willing to give up to 8 granola bars to get those 10 water bottles, but now he only has to give up 7. So the newcomer takes the 7 granola bars and says to Joe, if you'll give me 10 water bottles, I'll give you 5 granola bars. Joe would also accept this trade because he's willing to give up 10 water bottles in order to get only 4 granola bars, but now he's getting 5 instead. So the newcomer gives Joe 5 granola bars, so we'll call this basket C, right? And the newcomer gives Joe 5 granola bars, meaning he has 25 granola bars total, and takes 10 water bottles. Okay? And he gives some of those, he gives the water bottles to Sam. So now Sam would have 30 water bottles, and he would have 13, let's say, because he's giving 7, he would have 13 granola bars. The newcomer is left with the remaining 2 granola bars. So now our newcomer has 2 granola and 0 water. So, who wins as a result of all of these exchanges? Well, the answer is everyone wins. Sam wins in the sense that he got 10 water bottles for the price of 7 granola bars, despite his being willing to pay up to 8 to get them. Joe wins in the sense that he got 5 granola bars for the price of 10 water bottles, despite his being willing to accept only 4 granola bars to get the water. And the newcomer wins in the sense that he now has 2 granola bars when he started with nothing. In other words, this is a win, win, win. The critical idea here is that Sam and Joe both had different personal worths. More formally, they had different values of one good relative to the other.